بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. There is a narration from Hazrat Abu Ayyub Ansari radiyallahu anhu. Abu Ayyub Ansari, his name was Zayd ibn Khalid radiyallahu anhu, a famous Sahabi. He says that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, when a person dies, when a mu'min, a person passes away, then certain people that died before him, those people who earned forgiveness in the akhirat, the rahmat of Allah, the souls of these people meet the mayyit. So a lot of people always ask that when a person dies, does he meet his family members? So the answer is yes, he meets them. But the first people he meet are the pious servants of Allah, those people whom he knew in his lifetime. So this hadith tells us clearly, hadith narrated by Imam Tabarani, Ibn Abi Dunya, these are famous Imams of hadith. Then, when they meet this person, the new, let's say the new mayyit, the person that just died. So then they say that after meeting him, they tell each other that leave him now, let him rest. He has just been through a very difficult period. Obviously, there can be no more difficult period than maut. So let him rest. And afterwards, they come back to him. Then they ask him about people that they knew in this dunya. That what is so-and-so doing? This particular girl, this woman, is she married? This man married? What is he doing? How is he earning his living? How is he living his life? So they ask all these questions. And the maid, of course, knows them. He knows the people whom they are asking about. So he answers accordingly. If they hear something good, they are happy and they make dua for that person. And if they hear something bad, then they are sad and they make dua, Ya Allah, save this person, take him out of the wrong that he is involved in. And then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, they will ask about a person. They say, look, where is so-and-so? We don't hear about him. What has happened to him? Then the maid says that that person has died long ago. He died long ago. So when they hear this, then they say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, which means we never met him here. That means he's gone somewhere else. And they say Allah has taken him to what the Quran Sharif refers to as فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ. Hawiya is the name of one particular section of Jahannam. Allah has taken him to that section there, and they are very sad about this. We lost our family member, whoever it was, we lost him to the azab of Allah. So this shows that there is communication between a mayyit and the people that died already. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam goes further, and he says that inna a'malakum turaddu ala aqaribikum wa ashairikum min ahli al-akhirah. Now something else he says, that whatever you do in this dunya, your deeds are presented to your family members that have died in the akhirat. But this refers to those who have passed away and Allah has granted them maghfirat and they earn the rahmat of Allah. Then they are privileged to see the a'mal of their family members in this dunya. So for example, let's say your father, mother died and they were good people, Allah granted them His rahmat in the akhirah. Whatever deeds you do in this world, they are seeing that. It's presented to them. It's not that they can see out of their own. The a'mal are presented. Maybe, for example, the a'mal are written down and given to shown to them that your son did this and this and this and that. When they see good a'mal, they become happy and they make a dua for that person. Ya Allah, increase him in good a'mal, wa amithu alayhi, and let him die with those a'mal. So we get the duas of the pious people that have passed on. Imagine now if you, okay, I'll mention something else later on, which comes at the end. Then if they see the bad deeds, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says they are very sad But they make a dua for that person that, Ya Allah, guide him to do good, take him out of this bad, and let him perform good a'mal. Now this alone becomes a very important point for us to ponder for those that are alive. You ask yourself that if I did a certain action, now a lot of things we do, I, you, we all are doing certain things that maybe we don't want other people to know about. Wrong things. You don't want your father to know about it. You don't want your mother to know about it. Now, if your parents are dead, you ask yourself that, look, I'm doing this amal. I can't hide it from them. In the dunya, I can hide from my parents what wrong I'm doing. But if they have passed on, I can't hide it because it's Allah who is facilitating the presentation of the amal to them. So imagine if I did something wrong, people with whom I love, they don't know, but my father comes to know, my father died, he comes to know of it, my mother passed away, my uncle, my grandfather, my whoever. So this alone should make us feel ashamed of the wrongs that we are doing. And then the next hadith sharif mentions something even more important, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam also comes to know of our a'mal. Every Monday and Thursday, every Thursday, the a'mal of the ummah are presented to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now imagine, would you like the Prophet of Allah to come to know of your evil deed? Would anyone like that? There was a Sahabi who came to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I'm leaving now, give me some advice. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave him just one advice. He said, don't speak lies. Don't lie. That's all he said. So the person took it. Well, the Prophet of Allah told me this. I'm going to stick fast. I'm going to hold fast to this advice. I will not talk a lie. But he had three bad habits. He was involved in, na'uzubillah, Allah save us all, zina, stealing, and drinking wine. This was his bad habits. So when the time came to steal, the habit was in him. He thought himself that if I steal and I go back to the Prophet of Allah and he asks me, are you doing any wrong? He said, I mustn't lie. So if I say no, I'm lying. If I say yes, I will expose my sin to the Prophet of Allah. That is not, it's not, I can't tolerate that. So he stopped his sin of stealing. He stopped the sin of drinking wine, of zina, just because of this, that I don't want my a'mal to be known by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And of course he says, if I say a lie, I'm going against the command of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if we ponder this, let this be a muraqabah. Muraqabah means like a meditation. Every night we ponder that I did certain a'mal. Would I like these a'mal to be known to the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Whatever it might be, big sin, small sin, no Muslim will be happy that his amal must be shown, his bad amal must be shown to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, you like your good amal to be shown. So therefore, we must remember this is an authentic teaching of Sharia, a belief which is found in the Hadith Kitabs, that on every Thursday, our a'mal are presented to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now the question arises that how is it possible? The ummah consists of, there are over 1 billion Muslims in the world, 1 billion Muslims. How is it possible that all the a'mal can be presented to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? There must be millions of a'mal. So remember, in the akhirat, there's no time. The akhirat, there's no limit in time. The dunya, our time is limited, 24 hours, one day, sunrise, sunset. In the akhirat, there's no sunrise, no sunset. There's no concept of time there. So it doesn't matter how much amal there are, they all will be presented to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam before the next week, the next Thursday. And this, of course, is something that we must ponder over. And it will help us in correcting the wrongs in our a'mal. Allah Ta'ala guide us, grant us tawfiq to make amal on this.